you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Am I audible to
Can you
you?
hear me? I'm good. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me well?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you well. Your voice is very like low.
Now, can you hear me?
Better. Not really good, but it's better. Oh, much better.
Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Now fine. I can't hear you.
Can you hold on?
Yeah.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Your sounds is you sound awesome. Yeah.
Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, perfect.
Uh,
Go ahead. And
so
by the way, remind me, I have to show you some paintings towards the end, which you
okay.
would love. It is
Yeah.
exciting work.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
You
it is
yeah.
all spiritual related. Okay.
So
Um,
you've been in Maharshi's ashram?
you know what? I have wanted to. I've been there I've been to, believe it or not, you know,
Mm-hmm.
when you live in a place, you don't see the place around. And only like 5 or 6 years ago, I first visited Tiruvannamalai. And
Mm-hmm.
I was born and raised in Chennai.
Okay.
I never visited, you know, so at that time, the ashram was full, so I couldn't go, but
Mm-hmm.
I plan to one day. I
Mm-hmm.
plan to, but I'm moving to India, actually.
Okay.
I'm moving back to India.
So you can try Tiruvannamalai actually, basically.
I'm looking Kerala. Listen, I have a past life in Kerala. Like
Mm-hmm.
no other place in India other than Tamil Nadu attracts me as much as Kerala does. I'm actually going to be going to a place not far from Kollam. It's about
Okay.
30 kilometers from Kollam on the
Mm-hmm.
Tamil Nadu side in
Mm-hmm.
the Agathiyar Malai. You know, like
Yeah,
the
wow,
Agasthyar.
fantastic. Yeah. There is Jadayu, this thing is there, no?
No, I have to talk to you. After this, we're going to talk because I want to connect with you after I come there because
Okay.
I have so much we can share. So I'm excited. I was actually really disappointed that I couldn't do the Vedic chart, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to dig in. My mom used to have everything, and like my dad is kind of like not as like he was before. So
Mm-hmm.
he's not able to remember where he put the Jatakam notebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't find the time, but I really want to do a Vedic chart with you at some point. Yeah,
That
I'll
will
do it.
be, yeah, that will be fantastic. Okay, yeah. Can you let's before trying to do the tarot or whatever, can you just
Mhm.
talk about yourself because the people who are wanna watch this may not be able
Sure. Um, I have been a clairvoyant since I was 8.
to. Mm-hmm.
Okay. To make a long story short, my spiritual evolution hit the peak about 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a huge awakening
Mm-hmm.
that led me to quit my job in the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
I had worked as an IT manager in
Mm-hmm.
JP Morgan Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And one day for 6 months, I was getting the push to leave the job and I kept postponing it.
Mm-hmm.
And one day the opportunity just laid on, like it just presented itself. It became very clear to me that I had to leave the corporate world.
Mm-hmm.
And I left and I never turned back. During which time I also landed a book called I Am the Word series by a gentleman named Paul Selig.
Mm-hmm.
It caused my awakening to catapult to a very high level.
Mm-hmm.
After I quit my job, I traveled to India for a couple of months to be with family and took a sabbatical for a year, just traveling and, you know, just doing my spiritual work.
Mm-hmm.
And during that process, I channeled a book called The Lion's Wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And last month it won the bronze medal
Mm-hmm.
from the nonfiction New Age series from Reader's Favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And I have written about 6 books.
Mm-hmm.
The 6th book is what I I've only published one, but the next one, I'm looking to publish it next year
Mm-hmm.
because the sixth book is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I have been getting codes
Mm-hmm.
from a galactic command, from the galactic command, and it translated into art. And I'm not an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I've never known how to use a brush or a pen for
Mm-hmm.
art.
Mm-hmm.
And overnight, I started drawing
Mm-hmm.
massive patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some of that artwork with me to share as well for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a lot of time to figure out how to print.
Mm-hmm.
So I do healing work with the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork is a multidimensional being.
Mm-hmm.
It has a vibration, and when you hold it, it will give you vibrations to release your karma,
Mm-hmm.
good and bad, not just the bad karma, it releases good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes you to a lighter body state.
Mm-hmm.
When I say light body, meaning light as in luminous body,
Mm-hmm.
light as in weightless body, because the karma we keeps us tethered and heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And when you let go of all the karma that says, because good is also an ego karma, right? Oh, I did this good.
Mm-hmm.
So when you release all of that, you become an empty vessel, and light can flow through you very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So I am a healer, basically. I help with childhood trauma to releasing karma
Mm-hmm.
to all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I am right now.
So you, apart from writing the books, you conduct workshops in US. So what is that?
Say that again.
You conduct workshops, right?
I have not started yet, to be honest with you. I'm a very shy person. I'm
Uh-huh.
good on an interview. I'm good on, I'm not
In
very
front
much
of
about,
you are good in front of the computer screen.
no. I actually am very comfortable with people, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not comfortable promoting my own work.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
meaning it's not in the sense of, oh, I don't know what to do with it. It's about like, I don't want to go and flaunt my work, but I want people to kind of create their own energetic, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
like sort of like a connection with me.
Mm-hmm.
And if they feel it, they should come to me. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I work.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I haven't started. I think at some point I will start doing workshops,
Mm-hmm.
but the marketing piece is something I'm not very comfortable with. That is where I said I'm very shy about, I can talk about my work, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like going like, hey, you need to come and do a healing session with me because I'm so like, blah. I'm not that kind of person, you know,
No,
but
the
I,
thing,
go ahead.
the thing is like if you're good in at something and you are not good in at something, what you could do is like you could get somebody else that is good in at that thing, so that you could be focused on what you are good in at.
So Arun,
Yeah.
I have a nephew who's
Mm-hmm.
older than you.
Oh,
I'm close to 47 years old,
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
I don't look like it.
Okay.
I understand all that. I'm
Yeah,
just sharing it, okay?
yeah. I'm glad.
If I didn't know that, I wouldn't have been an IT manager for like,
Yeah.
for like the last 8 years of my life.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
No, I
No,
mean
no,
to
I'm
say,
just saying. Yeah. Continue.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
people know it, but
No, no,
in the
no, no. Yeah,
spiritual
fine.
world,
Fine. Yeah.
yeah.
Continue.
And by the way, my nephew's name is same as yours. His name is
Arun.
Arun too. Yeah. He's
Yeah. So glad to know.
thank you.
So for instance, imagine that you are gonna conduct workshops. How it is gonna be?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna show you a piece of my work. I'm still working on this. This is not a completed work. Um, this is still in the initial phases.
Okay.
Okay, so what I do is, so if you look at this, this is a multidimensional art.
Okay.
So people it has vibrations. Once I finish it, you'll feel the vibrations. You can still feel it if
Mm-hmm.
you're able to connect with it. It's
Mm-hmm.
a multidimensional image.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I work with this,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't offer anything. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the things about my work is I don't say this is, oh, are you feeling this or that? I just provide guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And people will,
Mm-hmm.
this is a portal. And
Mm-hmm.
as people keep looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
I turn, and every time I turn, they're going
Mm-hmm.
to get an emotion
Mm-hmm.
or something
Mm-hmm.
that the body reacts. So the
Mm-hmm.
body is the tool to work with this.
Mm-hmm.
Your body knows it
Mm-hmm.
will either have a strong reaction or a vibration
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
And but when let's say you have a positive something in your body, when
Mm-hmm.
I rotate it, you
Mm-hmm.
might have a negative sensation. And when I
Mm-hmm.
rotate it, you may have a message. And
Mm-hmm.
at some point, I've found people sitting inside the art. They
Mm-hmm.
see themselves sitting inside the art. So it's a portal. People, it's not about people look at it and like, oh my God, I love red color. That's not what it's about. It
Mm-hmm.
has a beauty. It,
Mm-hmm.
it attracts you, but it is going to take you inside
Mm-hmm.
yourself into
Mm-hmm.
a very deep state.
Mm-hmm.
So literally, I walk through this image. So
Mm-hmm.
not everybody will resonate with this image.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will resonate with a different image.
Mm-hmm.
And each image is
Mm-hmm.
for that particular person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as you work with it, and of course I have my books as well, right? Which also
Mm-hmm.
teaches the basics of certain things. But the latest book, Awakening the Buddha Consciousness, has all the details of how to, what it is. So basically it's called, so this is a fully developed art.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not an artist, just an
Okay.
FYI.
Yeah.
And I never know what I'm going to draw. I
Mm-hmm.
sit, and
Mm-hmm.
the minute I sit, I will get whatever I get.
Mm-hmm.
Once in a blue moon,
Mm-hmm.
I will get a flash of the whole image, once in
Mm-hmm.
a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly I sit, I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
The black is karma,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Actually, it is also, black is actually rejected as a
Mm-hmm.
bad color, but black is actually very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
The reason black, so when I started this work,
Mm-hmm.
every single way I was taught what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to sit and figure it out. So
Mm-hmm.
when I first got, I was like, okay, now you have to go and buy a black paper. Okay, now
Mm-hmm.
you have to go and buy a golden pen. Now you
Mm-hmm.
have, so when I'm drawing, I don't know what's the next thing I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just put my pen on the paper and it just
Mm-hmm.
moves. And it's
The
not,
curly
go ahead.
curly stuff.
Curly stuff is actually the toroidal force, or you can
See,
also,
almost 7 to 8 years back, I started to get the vision of the curly curly stuff. That is how I
mm-hmm,
started doing the painting. You know, the
mm-hmm,
lines. It comes in my dreams, and it comes
mm-hmm,
in my awoken states and things like. I'm
mm-hmm,
just sharing you. Then
mm-hmm,
I started making that kind of pattern all across. Like I used to
mm-hmm,
stay in one. Ashram. In that
mm-hmm.
particular room and outside of that particular room, everywhere I just made that curly 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 curly, you know.
The curly is actually, Arun, it's a curly is actually the toroidal force.
Mm-hmm.
The toroidal force, if you look at it, if you look at a flower,
Mm-hmm.
the center of the flower is toroidal,
Mm-hmm.
especially like our sunflower, if you look at it, it's a
Mm-hmm.
toroidal.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in life is a
Mm-hmm.
toroidal force. It is also a Fibonacci series. If you look at
Mm-hmm.
the Fibonacci series and the toroidal force,
Mm-hmm.
you will understand why you're being given that particular,
Mm-hmm.
image. And there is, I would love to see your image at some point, but it is
Yeah.
all related.
Mm-hmm.
It is very related to sacred geometry. So this is all. So for me, I'm one of those people. If you
Mm-hmm.
give me a scale and ask me to measure and draw, I'm not one of those people.
Okay.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started drawing all this, I said, you know what? Let me go and look at a yantra and see if
Mm-hmm.
I can draw. I couldn't,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't do rigidity. If you
Mm-hmm.
put me in a box and say that you have to measure this and this is how exactly, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all actually, so basically what they are, they're
Mm-hmm.
called metatones.
Mm-hmm.
What a metatone is when you are in your light body,
Mm-hmm.
which is you're able to allow the sound and the light to go through your body, which is a state of enlightenment when you have completely released all your karma. Okay, there is a tone that resonates, that is a universal tone. It aligns with the universe, and you and the universe become one, and the resonance is all you are. So this artwork is a metatone, and it takes you to a place of you becoming one with the metatone. It is actually because we are so dumbed down, we can't hear the sound resonance that is naturally present in the universe. So because we're not, so it's a very healing tone. Om is a healing tone. Okay, either the sound of Om is ever present in the universe, but you and I can't connect to it, right? So because we can't connect to it, it has been given in the art form so that it grabs your attention. Okay, when it grabs your attention, you're like, what is that? You know, the beauty of the images is only to grab your attention. And I always tell people, don't get attached to the beauty of the image, go deeper into it. Sit with it, see how it resonates with you, see how it works with you, you know? So it is about taking our body from a heavy body, from a karmic body, to something called a meta body that vibrates with the tones, which is the metatone.
So I feel like yantras are actually serving that purpose.
Correct.
Yeah.
Everything is in its place. Yeah.
So what the thing is, like, I started like this, that I'm validating your work actually. That this is how I started to get the vision, and then I went into drawing yantras and things like that. You can see that my works on my website actually.
Okay. Okay. I actually looked into your website. I got carried away with the plants and everything you had, and I was like so drooling over it, and I forgot to look at your yantras. Because I'm so like, the next thing for me is to grow food. You know, I'm like so curious about all the things that grow in South India. And you had
Okay.
all these pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, he has everything that I'm looking for. And I completely missed it. I'll go back and check it.
So basically, the plants, if you go through my Vedic astrology podcast, if you have listened to all those podcasts, you can understand the how the astrology is combining all these subjective
Sacred,
experiences
yeah.
into, in a way of understanding where people can each
Yeah,
one can understand in a different way,
absolutely.
how,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know, I understood my work. There is a book called Aindiram.
Sorry.
Okay. Aindiram.
Okay.
Aindir,
Huh.
5.
Huh.
Aindiram.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Aindiram was written by a Siddha
Mm-hmm.
whose name is what's the Mayon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mayon
Mm-hmm.
channeled that book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you read Aindiram, okay, you understand sacred geometry to the
Mm-hmm.
fullest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he doesn't speak about God.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks about the Vastu Shastra, but not directly into Vastu Shastra. He sort of goes into sound and light and how it evolves into patterns and which came first and which came, you know, it's a very beautiful book. It fell on my lap because I was researching my own artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Because it came to me all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, think about it. You know, just like you've never done art. All of a sudden you start drawing with like beautiful patterns and colors. And how do you explain it? You
Mm-hmm.
know, and one of my friends, she looked at him like, Uma, I'm very jealous. And I said, why? She's like, you know, people have gone for like 4 or 5 years of art school and they can't do what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And intuitively, I know what colors. Intuitively, I know what to go and buy. I'll go into the store and I'll say exactly what I want, and they'll say, oh, yeah, we know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it. And your work is amazing, by the way. I
Mm-hmm.
was really like pleased with like looking at your work. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm, I'm glad.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will go for the chart. I mean, the tarot reading of you.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
before you go, I want to show you one more.
Yeah.
Like I'm in love with this because some of them I'll just draw because I don't know what comes out, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. And this is multidimensional, right? So it can be any
Yeah.
whichever way.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And all my artwork, literally,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the prototyping takes me no more than an hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The work that takes is like putting the dots.
Mm-hmm.
That takes me like hours to sit and put the dots. But the
Mm-hmm.
prototyping is done between half an hour to an hour. It's
Mm-hmm.
done. So, okay, go ahead. Let's start.
Yeah.
Let's begin.
Um, what was the one more thing I want to know about the what was your book is about? What it is speak about?
So the lion's wisdom, it lays people who are not, aware of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of gives a basic understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a dialogue between a lion and man on
Mm-hmm.
the evolution of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's kind of a cute book to read if it's you're new to this world.
Mm-hmm.
And then all my 6 books, they have a very different topic. My
Mm-hmm.
6th book that I'm talking about, the Buddha consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
is literally going to the light state,
Mm-hmm.
step
Mm-hmm.
by step on how to go into the light state.
Mm-hmm. Buddha consciousness.
Awakening the Buddha consciousness, a modern day guide to achieving nirvana.
Okay.
That's the latest book, and I'm working on releasing it. And all my books I have written in 21 days, all of
Mm-hmm.
them.
Okay.
Okay, all of them, it takes me between, what's interesting is all my work doesn't take a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Time and time gets collapsed, time and space
Mm-hmm.
gets collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
When I write, when I draw, it gets collapsed. Every time I sit for writing, I can finish a chapter within like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm done,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gone, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I have witnessed
Mm-hmm.
time space collapsing through my work.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have passion in your heart,
Mm-hmm.
you know, basically what I think I have had my recent awakening has been the Kundalini,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened last November-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a very interesting process because people do say when you have the Kundalini awakening,
Mm-hmm.
you start doing something that you have never done before.
Mm-hmm.
It just breaks uh, your normality. you
Mm-hmm.
know
Mm-hmm.
so what happened is I'm also a chef. I am
Mm-hmm.
a plant-based chef,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't touch animals.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't mean that I do think people who eat animals are bad or anything. I just chose that
Mm-hmm.
for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a chef and I'm a plant-based chef.
Mm-hmm.
So when my book was launched last year,
Mm-hmm.
I cooked for 50 people all by myself in a tiny kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when I was cooking, I
Mm-hmm.
went into a space of, when you're doing something not for money, not for material gain, but you're just in it and you're just swimming in passion, and you're taking this and creating something. You're taking this, you're not following a recipe, you're just taking something, you're just creating and creating and creating. You come to the state of bliss,
Mm-hmm.
you know
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was one of my breaking points in my life. And
Mm-hmm.
I've always cooked, but I'd never had time to cook,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm one person, so I don't really like sit and create like multi-course meals. I just cook something very fast and eat.
Mm-hmm.
But cooking for that party last year,
Mm-hmm.
I for 3 days I was in a meditative zone.
Mm-hmm.
I made one after the other, and just, so I think we need to do what we are passionate about
Mm-hmm.
without expecting anything in order
Mm-hmm.
to elevate consciousness. Because, I'm not going to blame people. I mean, to some extent, we are responsible and accountable, but also we have been taken away from what is important and thrust into this rut of needing to make money all the time to support ourselves, right? So we need to take it is our responsibility to take ourselves out of that rut and give time every day or every week, even if it is 10 minutes, for the thing that we're most passionate about. And that is so important.
So yeah, let's go through your cards.
Okay.
So these are my cards. This is my painting.
Oh, that is beautiful. Did you make it yourself?
Yeah,
Are you serious? You painted that?
I mean this painting, this one in particular painting,
That is beautiful.
this one.
That is amazing.
So this is something. This is. I mean, I never. This came through me. You know, it was a kind of
Yeah.
state when I was doing this. I was one ashram, and it's like. Um, um, it's a multi-dimensional orgasm.
I agree. I know what you're talking about. It's not about, people will never understand what that kind of orgasm is. They understand the regular sexual orgasm. The orgasm without sex is amazing as well.
I
That's
mean,
so funny.
it's in all dimensional. Like
Yeah,
it's spiritual. It was philosophical. It was intellectual. It was physical.
yeah.
Um, all dimensional orgasm. That's what it was.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
that time it got birth actually like
That is amazing. Arun, you're amazing. By the way, how old are you? 25? 26?
this. 28,
22?
28.
28? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're amazing. Kid, you're amazing.
uh, so let's go through the.
Absolutely.
I just want you to close your eyes for 5 minutes. Yeah,
Can I open?
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, this deck is Crowley Tarot, and I put it with the cover of this image because
Mm-hmm.
yeah. What can you say something like I have cut the cards into two equal parts.
Mm-hmm.
Now one is on my left and another one is on my right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say left or right?
Right, please.
I spread this card in my desk actually.
Mm-hmm.
I have spreaded the card in my desk and I am
Mm-hmm.
going to choose two cards for you.
Okay.
Going to pick two cards for you. See here, two cards are came out. One is
Mm-hmm.
adjustment, you could see, and
Mm-hmm.
another one is Princess of Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you came into a stage where it can you tasted a state where it can actually complete you, you know. But the thing is like something is making you to uh, make an adjustment on your own experience. So this is the time you have to be aware of that external forces that is trying to make an adjustment on your own subjective experience, a kind of introspection which you have to do. So
Say that
the
again.
a kind of introspection which you have to do, that is what happening to you now. You understood?
Yeah, like an introspection. Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
yeah.
Okay.
um so basically you came into, you got taste of the a particular state of awareness which which is like immortal state you got into, and your state of being or the life forces are making you to, telling you to make an adjustment on this particular state. This is something you have to be very aware of. I mean, that is something you are getting aware of now.
I'm already getting aware of it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is where you are now.
Hmm.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm just going to listen. If I have, I will definitely let you know.
So this is what the state you are into. So yeah, the questions.
Okay, I can ask a question. I thought you were going to go further. Okay. Um, yes, I'm aware. And my next step is like just being close to Mother Earth. I live on the ninth floor right now in a 600 square foot apartment
Mhm.
where I can't really get out and just put my feet on the ground and be close to Mother Earth.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm venturing on a project.
Mhm.
Okay. And this is all about growing food,
Mhm.
being close to nature, and it
Mhm.
is the
Mhm.
best
Mhm.
place on the
Mhm.
earth, and I know it.
Mhm.
I already connected with a person, and this
Mhm.
place, everything I hear about is just amazing.
Mhm.
And what I am doing is I'm taking a huge leap in faith,
Mhm.
and I am looking to relocate to India.
Mhm.
And I have lived in the US for 24 years,
Mhm.
and it's going to be a huge adjustment for me.
Mhm.
And I didn't never thought that I would go back to India because I'm so comfortable in Chicago,
Mhm.
not in the
Mhm.
cold weather, but I'm
Mhm.
comfortable in Chicago.
Mhm.
It is my home.
Mhm.
So to relocate to India, it didn't cross my mind. I thought I will come and live there at some point, but
Mhm.
it's coming like now. And
Mhm.
I'm excited about it.
Mhm.
I am like so excited about it. Can the tarot cards shed something on this particular project?
There are three cards. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one is truth, the
Okay.
star,
Mm-hmm.
and the sorrow.
What is the second one?
Third one, sorrow.
No, Soro? No, the second
Second one,
one.
yeah. So this is very important card. Okay, the star. So let's see what's this saying.
Mm-hmm.
The light or the subject. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, the subject which 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 could be taken from the sky to the mother earth will happen through you. See, this particular card,
Mm-hmm.
you can channelize that energy heavily from the heavenly bodies through your body to the
Mm-hmm.
mother earth. Yeah, that is a good decision. I mean, the cards are saying um, uh, it's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
And heartbreaking experiences maybe it will follow.
So what, that heartbreaking in the sense sorrow,
Yeah,
or
sorrow. Yeah.
what is the sadness because I'm leaving Chicago? Because I'm already starting to feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Is the heartbreak because I'm leaving my space and
Mm-hmm.
moving to another place? What is this heartbreak about?
Yeah, it's because of the change.
The
you
change.
know the card came out is the change and the hanged man. Because if you look at on the present situation, which is being life is forcing on you, is your egoistic self is working against that particular situation which life want you to change into. But it's a change. If you accept it wholeheartedly, you could actually flow.
Yeah. Um, well, actually, I have. So I'm still not clear because I'm ready. I've already booked like I'm booking my ticket today.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still, the only thing I have felt
Mm-hmm.
is I feel a sadness
Mm-hmm.
because I love my home.
Mm-hmm.
This is my humble space.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This, for me, it's like a mother's womb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I come into my home, I feel a
Mm-hmm.
sense of peace that I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, what I was trying to understand, you said there's going to be a heartbreak, and I was trying to understand, is it family related heartbreak? Is it me leaving Chicago? Is it leaving friends? Like, what is the heartbreak about is what I was curious. But if it's the cards are not saying that, I'm okay with that. I'm not pushing for an answer, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking a question based on your
Yeah, I can pick another card for you if you want to see
okay.
that.
Okay.
The heartbreak is mostly related to work.
Okay. What kind of work? Because right now, I'll explain to you a little bit more, and you could answer this intuitively. I don't even need you to pick another card. I think you are connected with me, Arun. So if
Mm-hmm.
we get an answer, it's okay. If we don't,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the work is right now,
Mm-hmm.
I am an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've literally taken a hiatus from everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have really stepped away from anything that is a job
Mm-hmm.
because in my heart, I know I can't do a job anymore. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve my higher soul or my
Mm-hmm.
higher self. So
Mm-hmm.
there is no work I am doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that is why I'm kind of like interested or curious about what that means. But if I have a sense, I have a feeling that leaving Chicago is going to be heartbreaking for me
Mm-hmm.
because this has been my home, my family for the last 20 plus years. You
Mm-hmm.
know, leaving this is not going to be easy for me. So that is the only thing I'm sensing. If you think it's anything else, tell me. And if it's not, then it's okay.
Um, if you dig deep into the cards, are suggesting there is some kind of you know the can you see these cards?
Yeah, I do. It's something, yeah, it's something, it's all
It's came out of
knives.
yeah, all knives.
What does it says? What's that card about? What's the name of the card?
Interference. Interference.
Interference.
Yeah.
Is the interference from family?
Uh, it's a it's not resonating well, like the decision you took, and the social impact that affected on the decision which you made, and the output that has produced is not resonated. So that was a kind of struggling understanding which is being happened inside, deep inside on you. That is the thing which looks for a release. That thing
I
is
agree.
actually, um putting you in trouble.
Hmm.
That is the thing. That is the pain point.
Okay, so does it mean I'll be stopping all the work I'm doing right now, like the artwork? I don't see myself stopping myself doing that.
No, I'm not saying about that. That is secondary. The
Hmm.
when you when you are trying to make a move from the place you are into to the another place, the thing which is
Hmm.
making you to struggle is this pain point.
And what is that pain point? I didn't get the pain point, what it is. You told me, but I'm trying to understand it. But like, I'm trying to really, really pay attention, and I'm like, wait, what is he saying? I can't understand it. That's why I'm asking you questions to to
Yeah.
understand. So, for me, is COVID a pain point? Because right now,
Mm-hmm.
going there, COVID is a pain point. If
Mm-hmm.
not for COVID, I would have been there this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to sort out
Mm-hmm.
because I know I don't have COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Intuitively, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go there and they take some test on me and they
Mm-hmm.
declare, then I have to be quarantined for 2 weeks. And I'm this is like what's going on in my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
A healthy human being shouldn't be quarantined. And nobody should be quarantined for that, matter. We know how herbal medicines work.
Mm-hmm.
So my struggle right now is getting all this sorted out so that I can leave on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been, getting an question answered. So where should I go? Should I go to Chennai and then go to, this place? Or should I go to Kollam and Trivandrum and then go to this place? So all these confusion, finally I came to a decision. I was like, I'm going to go to Chennai and
Mm-hmm.
then figure it out from there because that's where my family is from.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the struggles that I am seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like if I have to be there,
Mm-hmm.
and if I have to be quarantined, but I don't think I'll be quarantined for 14 days
Mm-hmm.
because I'm taking all the precautionary measure per the Indian guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do, then I'm willing to do that for the sake of the project.
Mm-hmm.
Because every minute I sit here, it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be pushed that much away.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense? Does that coincide with what you're thinking, or does it make sense what I'm sharing? Or is it something else? Because I'm trying to understand what that
See,
something is.
the card, the lovers, the card, the next card which I picked up
Yeah.
is the
Uh-huh.
lovers. So there
Okay.
is there is another heart which you listen to sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel happy to share with that heart, whether it
Is
will
it a
be your...
love related thing you're thinking?
No, no. Love in the sense is not men woman love.
Mm-hmm.
It maybe you give some importance for another heart you sometimes listen to. Maybe your
You have
family
to.
member. Your huh?
I have a sister.
Mhm.
me and my sister are going on this adventure together.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
My sister
Mhm.
is phenomenal, but
Mhm.
she has a family
Mhm.
and she has to work with the family in order for this move to happen.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um, and she has a husband and two children.
Mhm.
One is in college, one is in high school.
Mhm.
So mostly the
Mhm.
struggle is over there more than here.
Mhm.
Because for me, I would just make the move today, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
because we all have to come together. And I know I'm going to do this project with my sister and her family. I am positive about it.
Mhm.
But just to go get through all this familial
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
and it's not all bad, it's all valid.
Mhm.
But I think we can break through this. And I think my sister is struggling with it,
Mhm.
you know, and money is a major issue in
Mhm.
the move. With COVID, everybody is stranded
Mhm.
at home,
Mhm.
like all this. So
Mhm.
there's like two things. One is my passion, and
Mhm.
I absolutely know I'm going to make this happen. Other is my sister,
Mhm.
that I'm trying to bring her along, and she's there.
Mhm.
She's right with me.
Mhm.
But her struggle has been, how do I move the whole family there? You
Mhm.
know, and she
Mhm.
has a valid concern, and that is where the heartbreak is, or
Mhm.
that's where the heart struggle is coming with.
Mhm. So you have to. The cards are saying you have to figure out a synergy with that.
Hmm.
Then the move will be easier.
Okay, should I go there first, or should I send them first over there? Is there, you know, and if there's
That
no answer for it,
you
that's fine.
that you have to sort out by yourself.
Yourself. Got it. Got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was trying to feel like, what is it? Yeah, that's the only struggle I have right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a fresh struggle because, like, I just spoke to my sister yesterday. So I'm
Mhm.
giving it some time for her to manage that energy and
Mhm.
percolate and come by herself
Mhm.
rather than me pushing all the time.
Mhm.
So I'm just taking a step back.
Mhm. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to say something, Arun? You can say it. It's
Nothing.
okay. You
Nothing.
feel like you want to say something and like, I don't know how she's going to react to that. It's okay. You can say it.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I mean, we are done.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, you want to ask something? Anything else?
No, I'm good. I actually would love to meet you when I'm there.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
welcome.
And I am going to be in Tenkasi. You know
Mm-hmm.
where Tenkasi is?
Yeah, it's in Tamil Nadu.
No, I know that it's in Tamil Nadu, but it's Tenkasi. Tenkasi is about 30 minutes or less from Kollam on
Mm-hmm.
the other side of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm going.
Okay.
And where are you from in Kerala?
Idiki.
Idiki, how far? Idiki is right across from Theni, right? Theni is on
Huh.
this side and Idiki is
Yeah.
on that side, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're sort of on the Tamil Nadu Kerala border, right?
Huh. But
How?
actually, I'm not mostly. I don't mostly. I won't be in Kerala. I mostly in
Okay.
Bangalore.
Okay, that's where you're staying right now. So what brings you to Tiruvannamalai?
I came here. One of my friend is asked for doing vastu for the new ashram they are building. So,
We need to talk. We need to talk.
so I
That's
came here.
amazing.
So I
Okay.
came here, and he has given me a space. So I'm here now. So
Okay.
in back in Bangalore, I used to work with IT companies actually. I
I'm an IT too. Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay.
I
Because,
I write programs.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Would you, we should talk. I have a bunch of
Yeah.
projects for you. We should talk afterwards. I don't want to, catch up on all that on the podcast, but we should talk.
Yeah.
There is some projects I run that you may be interested in.
Yeah, we
Uh,
could speak.
yeah, let's talk after this. And thank you
Mhm.
so much. Is there anything else you would like to know or anything I could share for the benefit of the
You
podcast?
want to share something to the people who are listening to this?
Yes, my website. I don't know if do you publish information about the people you do podcast with? The
Yeah.
information about them. I'll send you my information and just post it there.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking for someone to help me upload. My images are not on the website.
Mm-hmm.
If you do website work, please let me know. I'm looking for someone to help me to upload
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
images. Okay.
yeah.
So if anybody wants to do a reading, or they can also find my book on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to create some health and well-being classes when I'm in India.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's so much, but if they want a reading from me, they can
Mm-hmm.
look at
Mm-hmm.
my artwork, which I'll be uploading soon, or can contact me via email
Mm-hmm.
or the contact page from my website, and I'll send you my website.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah.
good?
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
So if
Uh,
people want to contact you, connect with you, they can go to your website. That right? Now, what is
yes,
that
yes,
name of
there's a
the?
contact form. It's
What is the? Yeah.
www.umashankari.com.
All right. Yeah. Also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will send you that so that people can look into it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
www.umasha.
Yeah. I'll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. Yeah,
Yeah. I'll do
you
that.
can just put it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you put it, and like people can reach out to me for any healing work that they need.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
sounds good.
So,
Anything else?
thank you for being a guest of my podcast.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. You're
uh, ho-
adorable.
hopes to see you in personal in India when you are in India.
I am going to reach out to you because you and I could do some work.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a huge project that I'm working on right now,
Yeah.
and I'm not sharing it because it's still in the inception.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of ideas I have, and it may end up as an ashram as well. Yeah, it may end up as an ashram. I'm not 100% sure, but the place is actually, that whole stretch is actually called Agasthyar Malai.
Mm-hmm.
Agasthyar was a Siddha.
Yeah, I know Agastya Malay. The
Yeah, Agasthyar.
Jetayu, this thing is there, no?
Yes,
Jetayu.
yeah, we just talked about it. So there is also a Siddha whose
Mm-hmm.
presence is there in the mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and his energy can be felt. People who
Mm-hmm.
go there and sit in this particular spot have
Mm-hmm.
huge awakening moments, and that is the place I'm going to create this
Okay.
project. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I
Okay.
will reach out to you, and we
Mm-hmm.
should definitely talk in the future. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Arun.
Yeah.
You
Thank
too.
you. Yeah.
Bye.